Last week we asked you to vote on who you want to see in the Neon-Circus Grand Prix in CTR between Pasadena, Koala Kong, Von Clutch, the weird chicken thingy which I want nothing to do with, and whoever else you fancied. Today, a week on and a week early, I'll explain why later, we're going to go over the results in addition to looking at some of your fantastic alternate suggestions. If you're going to enjoy this video today, please do remember to hit that like button, it helps us out so much. And if you want to see another CTR video every Wednesday, and often even more frequent than that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I mean, what else are you doing that's more important? In last place with 5% of the vote, which is 6 or 7 people, is other suggestions. That's right, a small number of you despised everything else on the list, so decided to share your own thoughts. Nah, I'm joking. I actually encourage people to share their alternatives down in the comments, and I'm really glad that people just didn't vote for this and not leave any suggestions, because we have lots of cool ones we can actually talk about. Num Hunt, in addition to Mr. Nobody, which I'm presuming's not your actual name, and Nitix18 suggested Willy Wumpercheeks, which I'd really like. I've talked about Willy Wumpercheeks before. He's mad. He'd fit a Grand Prix perfectly. I'd love to see him on the track, but yeah, he was suggested because of how crazy he is, I imagine. Ant-Man and Emmanuel Torres suggested Rillaroo, who is obviously on many people's lists. I definitely think he'd get votes in a poll. Don't get you caught... What? Don't you get caught some days? God, I made hard work of pronouncing that. Anyway, they came out with a few cool suggestions. I really like the idea of Miss Amberly specifically, but they also mentioned Ernest the Farmer and Rusty the Walrus, and who doesn't love a good walrus? Oh yeah, and Soda, one of my favourite posters, basically because of the presence of Thomas the Tank Engine on your picture, has inspired me to start a protest for Thomas in CTR, and Thomas in Smash, and Thomas everywhere. Those suggestions were all taken from the comment section on the poll on the community post section of the channel, but on the video itself which announced this poll and went over the options, there were plenty more good suggestions which I'd recommend going to check out. I thought Yaya Panda would be a nice fit for a while now, so it was nice to see her name appear on there as well. In 4th place with 12% of the vote, which amounts to around 15 votes, is Ebenezer Von Clutch, which was so surprising. Ebenezer's a pretty big character in tag team racing. This is seemingly largely a tag team racing themed Grand Prix. We know we're getting Ebenezer, well, we're pretty sure we're getting Ebenezer, and yeah, for him to finish 4th, especially when you think about what's in 3rd place, I'm a bit shocked. Anyway, Ebenezer's not as popular as what's coming next. Oh my god. In 3rd place, with 14% of the vote, yes that's right, 18 people voted for this, is the chicken thingy. Now we don't really know what this chicken thing is gonna be about, we just know it's a chicken. CTR has problems with chicken. Some players clearly have issues with chickens. Now I've got 2 trends of thought here. 1, the chickens have taken over the voting and the vote's rigged by chickens, and 2, people winding me up. I just don't understand how Von Clutch has found himself behind a chicken. I don't have anything else to say. I'm confused, I'm scared, I'm worried for the future. So now we've talked about the chickens, I don't want to talk about the chickens again, but now we've talked about them, let's go on and talk about one of the closest, well, the closest poll we have ever held on the channel. So, in 2nd place, with 35% of the vote, which is around 45 votes, is Pasadena Opossum. I am not at all surprised she got such a big share of the vote. She is a very popular character, she's basically confirmed at this point, and I think she'd have got my vote. If I'd have voted on the poll, she'd have got mine, so I'm very happy to see Pasadena finishing so strong, but could she have finished 1st? In 1st place with 35% of the vote and also around 45 votes, we sort of have a joint winner in Koala Kong. Yes, that's right, Pasadena and Koala Kong got exactly the same number of votes and percentage of the vote, which is kind of weird. We have a weird chicken involved and we get a really weird tight poll at the top. Man, Illuminati confirmed, I don't know, weirding me out. I'm not surprised Koala Kong did so well in this poll. He is the last remaining character from the Insane trilogy that people really want in the game. He's a massively popular villain. He's also pretty much confirmed for the Neon-Circus Grand Prix, if you believe that's his face on the Grand Prix roadmap. I guess Koala Kong wins this poll, but I don't know. We sort of have a joint winner, so who do you think out of Pasadena and Koala Kong should win? I'm not going to do a poll on the community post, but down in the comment section of this video, let me know if you prefer Pasadena or if you prefer Koala Kong, and then we'll try and come to some conclusion maybe. So there you have it, the results for the CTR Neon Circus roster poll. I love doing this poll. It was by far the most interesting one, and we've learnt two key things. The first thing is that chickens are on the rise and we've got to watch out for them. And the second thing is that these polls really are tight. So when I say they're tight, they really can be. One vote would have swung the winner for this. If you do like these kinds of videos, let me know down in the comments. Also be sure to hit that like button if you have enjoyed today, and subscribe, because next week for our weekly CTR video, we've got a really cool video coming up on the new CTR tracks, which was inspired by a suggestion from one of you people out there. So yeah, if you remember leaving that comment on the community post last week, I've took up your suggestions and will obviously listen to any more suggestions people have for videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week for another CTR video.